Hello Internet, welcome to Panic TV. In this video, we're checking out 5 bizarrely unsolved mysteries caught on tape. Number 5. In late October 2015, British journalist Jacky Sutton arrived at a Turkish airport to catch her connecting flight to Iraq, where she had been working with the free speech organization IWPR. Hours later, she was found dead in an airport restroom. Reportedly, Jacky Sutton had committed suicide, hanging herself using one of her own shoelaces. Now here's where things get even stranger. Earlier reports by the Turkish media stated that Jacky Sutton had become very upset after missing her flight to Iraq because she couldn't afford to purchase a new ticket. However, later reports revealed that Sutton could have easily paid for a new ticket. She was found carrying over 2,000 euros and 2 credit cards. Even more suspicious, another security camera clip taken shortly before Jacky Sutton's death shows her carrying what appears to be a shopping bag containing purchases made at the duty-free shop in the airport. It seems unlikely that Jacky Sutton would suddenly decide to do a bit of shopping shortly before committing suicide. So it's Jacky Sutton's death a suicide or something more sinister? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Number 4. Lars Matak. Lars Mittank was a young German man who went on a holiday trip with friends to Varna, Bulgaria, while their Mittank was involved in a fight with some other tourists and suffered a ruptured eardrum. Because of the ear injury, Lars Mittank was unable to fly, so he couldn't return to Germany with his friends. He rented a room in a hostel in a poor area of Varna, Bulgaria, until his ear had healed enough. However, that same night, Lars Mittank called his mother and said that there was something strange about the hostel that he was staying in and that she should cancel all of his credit cards. Even later that same night, Lars left his hostel room in a panic, headed for the airport. He called his mother again, this time saying that 4 strange men were following him and that he was hiding. 2 hours later, Lars Matak caught a cab and arrived at the Varna airport in the early morning hours. On the airport security cameras, Lars can be seen entering the airport with his luggage, but minutes later he is seen running from the airport in a panic, leaving his luggage behind. Eyewitnesses say that Lars Mittank ran to a barbed wire fence that surrounds the airport, climbed over the fence, and then disappeared into some nearby woods to this day. Lars Mittank has never been found. His family asked that anyone with any info contact them via their website or Facebook pages. Number 3. Gill. On the evening of February 23, 2014, Gill took a strange trip through Cornwall, England. Captured by surveillance cameras, Gill spent his evening wandering the streets of several different cities. For hours, he was seen in Wadebridge and traveled by bus to Truro and then to Newquay, then back to Perranporth. No one knows why Gill took this strange trip or what he was doing wandering the streets of 4 different cities all night. The next morning, the dead body of Gill was found washed up on the shore of Perranporth beach. Gill was naked except for 1 sock and 1 shoe. But this story gets even stranger. Gill's other sock was found weighted up inside his mouth, wrapped in the cord of a pair of earbud-type headphones. Near his body was a black jacket containing a wallet with 95 British pounds, but his bank cards, credit cards, and ID were missing. However, the wallet contained a single bizarre picture: Gill as a child. Even stranger, the jacket the wallet was found in was not the one that Alan Gill had been wearing on the night of his death. Initially, Alan Gill's death was thought to just be a very strange suicide. However, an autopsy revealed multiple unexplained injuries to Alan Gill's right hand, chest, and head. Police ruled the death as suspicious. The case still remains unsolved, and no one knows exactly what happened to Alan Gill. Number 2. Brian Schaefer. One of the strangest disappearances on record is that of Brian Schaefer, an Ohio State medical student. On March 31, 2006, Brian Schaefer decided to go out for a night on the town with some of his college friends. They met at the Ugly Tuna Saloon. Brian can be seen arriving at the bar with his two friends. They're smiling and laughing as they exit the escalator to the second floor bar. Around 10 p.m., Brian called his longtime girlfriend, with whom he had planned a spring break getaway to Miami a few days later. Brian told her that he loved her and would see her soon. Brian's girlfriend said that the call was nothing out of the ordinary. Later, Brian Schaefer can be seen near the escalators talking to two girls, seems to say goodbye, and then heads back into the bar. Brian Schaefer was never seen again. Security cameras covering the only exit of the bar do not show Brian Schaefer ever leaving. The only possible other exit would have been through an area of the bar that was under heavy construction at the time. However, even if Schaefer had left through the construction area, there are multiple other security cameras in the bar's vicinity. None of these cameras picked up footages of Brian Schaefer ever leaving the bar. Before we get to number 1, my name is Mr. Panic, and I hope you're enjoying my narration. Researchers have found a strong link between performing generous acts and personal happiness. So please make sure to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe icon on the bottom of the screen for becoming a happier person today. Number 1. The Jamison Family. One of the most bizarre disappearances in recent history is that of the Jamison family of Oklahoma. Pastor Gary Brendan claims that the Jamisons told him that their home was haunted by angry spirits. The Jamisons said that they had made contact with the spirits of a dead family in their house, and that their 6-year-old daughter, Madison, often talked to the ghost family's child. The Jamisons said that 2 of the ghosts were called Emily and Michael, and that one of them had wings like an angel. Allegedly fearing for the safety of his family, Bobby Jamison had asked Pastor Brandon if there were quote-unquote special bullets that he could use to fight off the intruding spirits. Pastor Brandon also said that Jamison mentioned he had obtained a quote-unquote satanic Bible in order to attempt to ward off the ghostly beings. On October 8, 2009, the Jamison family loaded their pickup truck for a trip. It can be seen on their own front yard security camera that they're moving things from their house to their truck. Bizarrely, the family seems to be in some sort of daze or trance-like state, making dozens of trips back and forth from the house to the truck, but never talking to each other again. After loading the truck, the Jamisons pulled out of the driveway and were never seen again. 8 days later, the Jamisons' pickup truck was found by the side of the road. Locked inside the truck was the family's small dog, which was nearly dead from starvation. A massive statewide search was launched for the family over the next 8 months, but nothing was found. Multiple theories were circulated. One that the Jamisons had been meth users and had been involved in the meth deal gone bad. This theory would also explain their trance-like state in the final video of the family. However, absolutely no evidence of drug use was found when police searched the Jamison family home. 4 years after the Jamison family's disappearance, a deer hunter stumbled across some skeletal remains in a remote area of the Fallen Mountains, less than 3 miles from where the Jamisons' truck had been found. The bodies were identified as the remains of the Jamison family. However, the bodies were so badly decomposed that no cause of death to be determined. The reason for the Jamison family's strange behavior and the cause of their death remains a mystery to this day.